You are listening to Shaoni, Born from the Light, by Iowan, read by Kevin M. Connolly. Chapter 14. Dancing with the Daisies. Imagine that indeed the entire world is filled with some sort of a loving form of energy, and that you could tap into that source of energy whenever you wanted to. Hard to believe? Maybe so, but maybe only because you never cared to open your mind to the possibility of it. Yet, what would you lose by trying? Shaoni was happy that they had left the town behind them. He didn't like towns anymore. Although there were thousands of people living there and lots was happening, he felt as if there was something missing, as if he was looking at a movie and that the people living in it were not real. Yes, he was pleased to be back amongst the flowers, the trees, the smaller villages in between, and the people living in these villages. They seemed so much more relaxed, as if in tune with nature. "Why is that?" Shaoni asked. "Why is it that I feel so empty whenever I stay in a big town for a while, as if I am out of energy? Is it because of all these people? They run all over the place, always in a hurry, as if they are afraid of missing out on something, as if they are in search of something they cannot find." "Ah," the wizard replied, "I can see what you mean. Many of the people living there feel the same emptiness, and are searching, trying to fill it. What you are missing, and what most of these people are missing, is the energy that you can only find in nature. If you are cut off from nature for too long, you miss out on one of the most important sources of energy. Nature's energy." "Nature's energy?" Shaoni almost asked, but decided just in time not to. In nature, you are constantly in contact with the energies of the earth and all that lives, something that is much harder to do in a city. Whether you realize it yourself or not, when you walk through nature, you are constantly drinking from this source of energy, an energy offered so unconditionally that I have come to call it the gift of nature. The gift of nature? Shaoni tried to imagine what the gift could be. "Most people still think they are entities in themselves," the wizard continued. "They think that they exist separately from the world and everyone around them. They are convinced that as long as they have air to breathe, food to eat, and water to drink, they have all they need from what nature has to offer. They do not know, believe it or not, that this nature is just as alive as they are, and that they are actually a living part of it. Little do they know that they need to take in the subtle life energies that nature freely offers." "Nature offers free energy?" Shaoni still didn't get what the wizard was talking about. "The sadness is," Aniola went on, "not only do they not know, often they even go and live in places cut off from nature's gift. They surround themselves by ever more concrete, and then wonder why they feel so empty." Shaoni was trying to understand the concept of nature being a living organism. As so often before, he tried to understand Aniola's words with his mind, but most of the lessons Aniola taught could only be understood from the heart. The wizard, in an effort to make Shaoni understand with his heart rather than with his head, decided to tell him how he himself, a long time ago, had found out about this gift of nature. "I remember how one day, it was in early summer I recall, I saw a young girl dancing in a field of daisies. She jumped around and up and down, dancing round and round. When the girl saw me, she looked up with a smile in her eyes and asked, 'Won't you join me and dance with the daisies?' Dancing with the daisies, I thought smilingly whilst watching the girl. Suddenly, I felt a shiver running down my spine, and when I looked again, I saw indeed how the daisies danced, and how happy they were the girl danced with them. "Come along and dance with us," the girl insisted. By now my heart had filled with joy, just from looking at the girl and the daisies dancing. As I looked closer, I saw something else. I saw little sparks of energy, sparks twirling around the girl and the daisies. A whirling dance of energy. The girl, the daisies, the sparks, all dancing together, happy to be, happy to share. In my heart, I was now dancing with the daisies, and as I did, I slowly came to understand. All that lived was filled with energy, a loving form of energy, and what I was witnessing before my very eyes was how this energy was being shared. The daisies gave to the girl gave to the daisies, and all this in a whirling, sparkling dance. That day, for the first time, I saw the harmony of nature. I saw the essence of life. I saw love in its purest form. I only stayed there for a couple of minutes, although it felt like hours. When I left, I felt completely rejuvenated. I had been recharged by the daisies. For several days following, I felt like dancing on clouds. I felt more alive than I had felt in years. I had received the gift of nature. Aniola looked at the boy. "That is what nature can offer you, Shaoni. Unfortunately, too many people are no longer in contact with this energy. What all the animals know and share, what each and every plant and flower feels in all of its cells, most of us people seem to have forgotten about. We can no longer feel the power of nature's energy rushing through our veins." Shaoni had been listening to the wizard, his eyes wide open. He was looking forward to what was about to come next. He knew that the stories of the wizard always ended with the wizard showing him the way to experience the same thing, and he sure wasn't going to refuse this experience. Dancing with the daisies, he thought. Yes, that sounded like a great idea, all right. Later that evening, the wizard came up to the boy and said, "Tomorrow, my boy, or whenever you feel the time is right, just lie down somewhere in the grass, preferably a field of daisies, then go to your center and imagine. Imagine sinking into the deep, soft grass, just feeling relaxed. Then slowly bring your attention to your body. Feel how energized it feels, as if a current of electricity is running through it. Feel this energy, your energy. Then slowly imagine your body blending into the surroundings. Feel how you blend in nature. And stay with that feeling for a while. Just observe it. Don't try to understand it. Just feel how you become re-energized, how the energies recharge you. When you feel you are done, bring your attention back to your body." "Could that really work?" Shaoni asked. "How could it not?" the wizard replied.